Good morning, students. Today I want to explain how to calculate arithmetic mean in deviation method. In previous video, I have explained how to calculate arithmetic mean in direct method. Now we will forward to second method, that is deviation method. What is deviation? We'll discuss detailedly. So this method is also known as mean in deviation method or assumed mean method. In this, why we should use this assumed mean method or mean deviation? Sometimes when the numerical values of x and f, x means class mark and f means frequency, are very large, finding the product of x and f in direct method, fx, becomes very tedious and time consuming job. So we will take that. Now we have to minimize that. But one thing is we cannot change the frequency, but we can change the class mark into smaller so that the calculation, that product will become easy. So the first step what we will do is we have to select one class mark, that is as xi, that can be taken as assumed mean. I am assuming that was is the mean. It is denoted with a. Since I am assuming that mean, that is the mean, and I have to identify what is the deviation with remaining all class marks. That I have to do. This A can be taken, very important, this class mark will be taken as assumed mean any one of the class mark. It is not necessary that the middle one should be taken or the first one will be taken or the last will be taken. You can take any class mark as assumed mean. Now, after taking the assumed mean, we have to find the deviation of that class mark from each of the class marks. So that we can denote with DI, deviation of ith class. Class mark of ith class denoted by xi, deviation of ith class is denoted by di. That is nothing but, what is di? It is nothing but xi minus a. Xi means every class mark and a is nothing but the assumed mean, which we have taken as class mark among the class mark. That is deviation. Now from this we have to identify how we get the mean. So mean of the deviations we know already. Mean of the observations is sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Observations are xi. Now I have to find the mean of deviations. So I can say the formula as sigma fi di by sigma fi. So mean of deviation is denoted by d bar. Sigma fi into what is deviations? We already mentioned here. dA is nothing but xi minus a. That xi minus a I have substituted here. Now I will apply the division application there. There I will get sigma fi into xi by sigma fi, the first step, minus sigma fi into a by sigma fi. There I will get the left half is sigma fi xi by sigma fi is nothing but x bar, mean of x observations, minus a can be taken front, a into sigma fi by sigma fi. Then sigma fi both will be cancelled. Then I left over with x bar minus a. Now I need x bar, mean I have to find, no? So then x bar will becomes d bar plus a. So d bar plus a is nothing but x bar. So now I will write what is d bar here. X bar is equal to a plus d bar is nothing but sigma fi di by sigma fi. So this is the formula for the mean in assumed mean method. By taking a one class mark as assumed mean, that is a, and average of the deviation should be added to that average mark so that we will get that mean. This is the derivation of the formula for deviation method. In CCA method they may ask this one also. Derive the formula to find the arithmetic mean in deviation method, so that we have to learn this also. Okay, now we will apply this to one example, one problem. So that is, I'll go with arithmetic mean for group data using deviation method or assumed mean method. So we have a problem here. 30 women were examined in a hospital by a doctor and their heartbeats per minute were recorded and summarized as shown in the given. So we have to find the mean heartbeat per minute for these women by choosing any suitable method they mentioned. Now I have taken here assumed mean method. So here the problem is given number of heartbeats per minute 65 to 68, 68 to 71, like that class intervals, and number of women are 2438742. If you observe here, this is 65 to 68, and these are classes which are nothing but exclusive classes, because 65 to 68, 68 to 71. So now we'll take that as number of heartbeats per minute and number of women as frequency, class mark as xi, and now we have to find the deviation. Deviation is equal to xi minus a and fi di. So now here if you observe that class intervals 65 to 68, 65 to 68, and then 68 to 71, 71 to 74. Now here you observe this upper boundary of this class and lower boundary of this class are same. So these classes are called exclusive classes. So we will see these exclusive classes are given. So then 74 to 77, 77 to 80, 80 to 83, and 83 to 86. Frequency we cannot change at all. We whatever they given, I have to take those only. 2, 4, 3, 8, 7, 4, 2. Now class mark also we already did before. 65 plus 68 we have to add both and divided by 2. There what you will get? 66.5. Here this is the important thing I will explain at the end here. So the total of frequency is 30 and 66.5 will be the class mark of the first class. Now what is the class interval here? 3. 65 plus 3, 68 plus 3, 71 plus 3. So just we have to add 3 to class mark, so that we will get the class mark of the next class. 69.5, again 3, 72.5, again 3, 75.5, again 3, 78.5, again 81.5, and 84.5. Now my assumption here the shortcut what I want to explain is, generally we are taking that class mark assumed mean as at the center or the highest frequency class mark. But now I am suggesting you that it is better to take the first class itself, first class mark itself as the assumed. For that you can ask me why, what is the benefit of this? If you take that first class mark as the assumed mean, you will not get the negative deviations here. For example, now I have taken here the first class mark as assumed mean. What is the deviation? Xi minus a. That means you have to subtract all observations. 66.5 should be subtracted from all observations. So that is nothing but, if you take first one as 66.5 as assumed mean, so 66.5 minus 66.5, you will get 0. Now if I take the second one 69.52 minus 66.5, you will get 3. It's similarly nothing but adding the class interval again. 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 3, 15, 15 plus 3, 18. So that this will be easy, you will not get the negative values here. If you take the first class mark itself as the assumed mean. You can take any class mark as the assumed, but if you take first one as assumed, you will get 0 and only positive things. That's why I have taken this. Now the next process is I have to multiply Fi and Di. So I have to multiply frequency and the deviation. That column will be the Fi and Di. So 2 times 0 is 0, 4 times 3 is 12, 18, 72, 84, 60, 36. Now you can observe why we have used this method for this. So if you go for direct method, you have to multiply 2 into 66.5, 4 into 69.5, 3 into 72.5. Comparatively, this product become small. So hence I have taken in deviation method. So after multiplying that FI/DI, I have to calculate the total FI/DI. That is sigma FI/DI. I will get that one as 282. Now I will apply the formula to find the arithmetic mean now. So the mean x bar of the given data is given by, we have x bar is equals to a plus sigma Fi/Di by sigma Fi. In previous slide we have done that. What is a? It's an assumed mean. What we have taken here assumed mean 66.5. We have taken a as 66.5. That you have to write here. And sigma Fi/Di you got 282. That should be taken here. And sigma Fi is nothing but 30. I have taken 30 there. So after simplifying 282 divided by 30, I will get 66.5 plus 9.4. Hence the total is become 75.9. This is the average heartbeat for that woman, for those 30 women. So this is the second method in which the arithmetic mean will be calculated easily than the direct method when the numbers are large. It is when it is difficult to find the product. And we have one more method, step deviation method. It is very simple than this also. We can discuss that in next class. Thank you one and all. In step D, on all the three methods, if they didn't mention any method, you can go with any method, direct method, step deviation or deviation. If they mention, we have to do that method only. So wish you good luck, and I will explain the step deviation method in next class. Thank you.